Dear students, welcome to the session of three-dimensional geometry. So our today's topic is direction cosines. It is a very important topic for any type of objective, not only mains, advanced, MSET, whatever it be the object exam. This topic is very important. Direction cosines. All of you know slope describes the position of the line in two-dimensional geometry. But here we can't describe the line position with the help of slope. We are discussing with respect to the three axes. So here we use direction cosines to describe the position or direction of the line. Okay, first of all, what are the direction cosines of the line? See this concept, direction cosines, we can say simply DCs. This is the short form for direction cosines. Okay, so for this consider A. It makes some angles alpha, beta, gamma with three coordinate axes OX, OY, OZ. Positive direction of coordinate axis. OX, OY, OZ are the positive x axis, positive y axis, positive z axis. Here the ray making angles alpha, beta, gamma with positive directions of axis. So this is the origin. This is the ray. It is passing through origin. It is making angles. Say here this is the angle made by this line with x-axis. Alpha x-axis, angle made with x-axis, and beta is the angle made with y-axis, and gamma is the angle made with z-axis. This ray is making alpha, beta, gamma, three angles with three coordinate axes. Then cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines. Cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, three real numbers. Here cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines of the ray OA. Generally DCs are denoted by DCs of OA. DCs of OA are denoted by small letters L, M, N. That means L is equal to cos alpha, M equal to, it means L is equal to cos alpha, M equal to cos beta, and N equal to cos gamma. In two-dimensional geometry, tan theta is nothing but slope of the line if theta is the inclination of the line. That means inclination means the angle made by the line with positive direction of x-axis. Here, this ray making angles alpha, beta, gamma with three coordinate axes x, y, z axis. Here, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines of the line. These are denoted by L, M, N. That means direction cosines of the line totally depends upon the angles made by the ray with three axes, coordinate axes. Suppose if a ray is coincide with x-axis, what will happen? Coincide with x-axis. If a ray lies on this x-axis, simply suppose what are the DCs of x-axis? If a ray lies on the x-axis, the DCs of ray is nothing but DCs of x-axis. How can you find the DCs of the x-axis? If you know the angles made by the x-axis to three axes, then we can write the DCs. So simply we know that x-axis makes 0, 90 and 90 with three coordinate axes. With coordinate axes. Coordinate axis means x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. If alpha, beta, gamma are the angles made by the ray with the axis, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are the DCs. Now what are the DCs of x-axis? DCs of x-axis is equal to cos 0, cos 90, cos 90. That is equal to 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0 are the DCs of the x-axis because x-axis is perpendicular to the remaining two axes. The angles made by the x-axis is 90 degrees with the remaining two axes. So cos 0, cos 90, cos 90. 1, 0, 0. Similarly, DCs of y-axis is equal to 0, 1, 0. And DCs of z-axis is equal to 0, 0, 1. Okay, So DCs of the x-axis 1, 0, 0, DCs of y-axis 0, 1, 0, GCs of z-axis 0, 0, 1. If suppose alpha is the angle made by the ray with positive direction of x-axis, it makes an angle pi minus alpha with negative x-axis. Understand? So one side angle, positive angle is alpha. What about the remaining side? Same line makes alpha and pi minus alpha with x-axis. One is with positive x-axis and another one is negative x-axis. So what about in case of that? The same line DCs are there exists another set of DCs. Here in case of this angles are alpha, beta, gamma. Here DCs are cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. What about the other set of angles? Pi minus alpha, pi minus beta, pi minus gamma. We will discuss about that. Okay, is it clear? If a ray makes angles alpha, beta, gamma with 3 axes, then cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called direction cosines. So generally these are denoted by LMN. L equal cos alpha, M equal cos beta, M equal to N equal to cos gamma. That's it. The DCs of the x-axis are 1, 0, 0, y-axis DCs are 0, 1, 0, and z-axis DCs are 0, 0, 1. Right? Now look here. If suppose this is the z-axis, x-axis, x, y, x dash, simply. This is the ray. Suppose this is O, this is the position of A. Here, suppose it makes some angle alpha with x-axis, positive direction of x-axis. What about the remaining axis? The angle made by the same line with negative direction of x-axis is pi minus alpha. These two are angles made by the same line with x-axis. So in case of this, here the DCs of this ray x, the cos alpha, L is equal to cos alpha. Here in case of this, what will happen? Cos of pi minus alpha, that is equal to minus cos alpha, that is equal to minus L. And L is the DC of the ray with respect to x-axis. Okay, here minus L is the DC of the same ray. That means what is your observation? L and minus L are the DCs of the same ray. Understand? Now see this figure. Here pi minus alpha, pi minus beta, pi minus gamma are the angle made by the ray with x, y, z axis. So in case of that, what are the DCs? Cos of angle made with x-axis pi minus alpha, with y-axis pi minus beta, z-axis pi minus gamma. Just apply cos for that. Cos pi minus alpha, minus cos beta, minus cos gamma. Those are also DCs of the same line. That means for the line there exist two sets of DCs, LMN and minus L minus M minus N. LMN minus L minus M indicates same line, DCs of the same line, but the direction is different. LMN are the DCs of the OA, minus L minus M minus N are the DCs of AO. Understand? It indicates the direction, that's it. So DCs of a line are unique. Only one set exists. LMN or minus L minus M minus N. Just LMN are the DCs, minus L minus M are DCs of the same line, but the direction is different. Therefore, DCs of the line are LMN or minus L minus M minus N. Okay, right. See this problem? Just a small application on the DCs concept. A line makes angles 90 degrees, 60 degrees and 30 degrees with the positive direction of x, y, z axis respectively. Find the direction cosines. All of you know, if alpha, beta, gamma are the angles made by the line with positive direction of x, y, z axis, then cos alpha, cos gamma, cos beta, cos gamma are the DCs. Okay, so suppose here given that alpha is equal to 90, beta equal to 60 and gamma is equal to 30 degrees. We know that DCs of the line, DCs of the line is equal to cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma, that is equal to cos 90, cos 60 cos 30, that is equal to cos 90 0, cos 60 1 by 2, cos 30 root 3 by 2. So these are the DCs of the, let us take these DCs LMN. Generally DCs of any line or general notation is LMN are the DCs. LMN is equal to 0, 1 by 2, root 3 by 2. These are the DCs of the line in case of inclination 90, 60, 30. If suppose, so another example, if 45 degrees and 90 degrees are angles made by a ray L, then what about the DCs? In case of this, here DCs are L equal 0 are simply cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. Therefore, are cos 45, cos 45, cos 90. Just these are three real numbers. That's it. Are that tired of three real numbers? Represent here DCs 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0. These are the DCs of the line L equal 0. In case of 45, 45 and 90 are the angles made by the line with axis, y axis, z axis. Okay, this is the way how to find the DCs. For the DCs, what are the required quantities? Angles made by the line with positive x, positive x, positive z axis. See this theorem. What is the statement? Suppose Pxyz is any point in the space such that if LMN are the DCs of the ray OP, then x equal to LR, y equal to MR, z equal to NR. These are the relations, important relation between the coordinates of the point, DCs, and the length from the origin. So consider a point P in the space. So for that, before that, just draw the coordinate system. Suppose that these are the three axes. This is x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is z-axis. Mutually perpendicular. This is the point of intersection of these three axes. Simply, this is nothing but origin. PB, position of the point in the space. Suppose this is the position of the point in the space. P, X, Y, Z. Okay, just draw the perpendicular from P to x-axis and join O and P. Join O and P. Understand? Let us take the length of OB is equal to R. Let it be MM. What about the length of this part? The point covering OM length on x-axis, nothing but x coordinate. So this is equal to x. Suppose alpha b is the angle made by the OP with x-axis and some another two angles with y and z also. Okay, just observe this. So from this, what about the DCs? Cos alpha, that is nothing but L, all of you know. Okay, write down the relation between x and r. From this right angle triangle, cos alpha equal from triangle OPM, cos alpha is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, that means x by r. So cos alpha is nothing but DCs. L is equal to x by r. This implies x is equal to LR. Here x be the x coordinate of the point P and L is the direction cosines and R is the length from origin to P. Similarly, we can find out with y axis and z axis. Simply, if suppose M and N are the DCs of the lines, therefore y is equal to, similarly y is equal to MR and z equal to NR. Similarly, y is equal to MR and z is equal to NR. Therefore, the coordinates xyz is equal to LR, MR, NR. This is the best relation between the coordinates of the point, length and DCs. Understand? We can draw perpendicular from P to the remaining two axes also. We can form a triangle with the length hypotenuse OP, and those two makes some angles beta and gamma. In case of that, we can find out cos beta. From that, we will get y is equal to mr and z equal to nr. Understand? So in case of this, let us take alpha, beta, gamma are the angle made by OP with 3 coordinate axes. Just we shown in the figure with the x-axis, we form a right angle triangle with x-axis. Similarly, we can draw right angle triangles with the y-axis and z-axis. In case of those 2 points of view, we can write y value and z value. So this is the way how to find the relation between x, y, z and LR and MR and NR. So see this figure for more clarity. Just observe the figure. X-axis, y-axis and z-axis, 3 mutually perpendicular intersecting at O. P be any point in the space, join O and P. Let us take OP is equal to R. And observe that alpha is the angle made by OP with x-axis and beta is the angle made by the OP with y-axis and gamma is the angle made by OP with the z-axis. So just by taking the triangle, you can find out cos alpha, cos beta, cos gammas. So those are the relations we get like this. X equal to LR, Y equal to MR, Z equal to MR. With the help of these results, we can prove a condition. We will get a result. So what is that? Just simply squaring and adding these 3 values. X equal to LR, Y equal to MR, Z equal to NR. We will get a result. Just to observe the result also. Otherwise, it is very easy. Just squaring and adding these 3 values. Then what will happen? X square plus Y square plus Z square is equal to L square R square L square R square plus M square R square plus N square R square. Okay, then x square plus y square plus z square equal to x square plus y square plus z square is equal to, there is a r square common in the right hand side. So r square into L square plus M square plus N square. So this is nothing but the distance from origin to the point x, y, z. Already that is nothing but r. So this is simply r square. R square equal to r square into L square plus M square plus N square. So these two get cancelled. Then we will get L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. This is the best result and important, very, very important result. If L and N are the DCs of any line, L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. That means cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma 1. Later we will prove clearly. Okay. See this problem. Just a simple application on the above theorem. X equal to LR, Y equal to MR, Z equal to NR. So here we have given that OP is equal to root 3. We have given that OP is equal to root 3. Let it be R. We have to find out the coordinates of the point. Let P is equal to X, Y, Z. We have given that. Let us take the angles made. OP makes angles alpha, beta. Let us take the angles are alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha equal to pi by 3, beta equal to pi by 4, and gamma is equal to pi by 3. What about the relation between the coordinates of the point DCs and R? Just we know that X is equal to LR, Y is equal to MR, and Z equal to NR. R is there, that is root 3. So we have to find X, Y, Z values. So L and N are required. How can you write L and N? Just apply cos for this 3 angles. Therefore, L is equal to cos alpha, M is equal to cos beta, and N is equal to cos gamma. Therefore, here alpha is equal to pi by 3, cos pi by 3, M is equal to cos pi by 4 and n is equal to cos pi by 3. So L is equal to 1 by 2, m is equal to 1 by root 2, n is equal to 1 by 2. These are the values of LMN. We know that coordinates of the point P is equal to XYZ is equal to LR, MR, NR. We know that LMN values and R value. So now L is equal to 1 by 2 into R, that is equal to root 3. M 1 by root 2 into R, that is equal to root 3. And N 1 by 2 into root 3. Now the coordinates of the point P is equal to root 3 by 2, root 3 by root 2, root 3 by 2. These are the coordinates of the point P, X, Y, Z. Okay, so this is the best relation. X equal to LR, Y equal to MR, Z equal to NR. Here L, M, N are the distance of the line and R is the length from the origin to the point. So we have given that OP equal to root 3, that is equal to R. From this we can find out the LMN values. These are the LMN values. Just substitute in the relation. See this theorem? If LMN are the distance of a line L, then L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. This result is very, very important. Proof is not important in examination point of view. Result is very, very important. So first of all, you have to introduce DCs. So for that, construct a system. Suppose these are the three mutually perpendicular x-axis and y. Let us take x-axis and y-axis and draw a z-axis which is perpendicular to both the axes like this. So we should draw like this. Let us take this is z-axis. The intersect point is origin. If suppose P be position of this one, this is z-axis, x-axis, y-axis. Suppose this is the position of P. Suppose this is the position of P, X, Y, Z. So join O and P. Understand? This is the length of OP. We have to introduce DCs of the line OP. So for that, just take angles with a coordinate axis. Let us take alpha with the angle made by the line with x-axis, and beta with the angle made by the line with y-axis, and gamma with the angle made by the line with z-axis. Okay, so for the proof point of view, let Px comma y and z be any point in the space okay, just join O and P. Join O and P. Now take the angles. Let alpha comma beta and gamma are the angles made by OP with three coordinate axes x, y and z axis respectively. Now what about the DCs? Now DCs of OP is equal to LMN is equal to cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma. Now come to this problem. Just draw the perpendicular from P to x-axis. Let it be some M. So what about the length of this part? X. Now from this triangle, what is cos alpha? Cos alpha is equal to x by OP. Okay. Similarly, what about cos beta, cos gamma? Cos beta is equal to y by OP and cos gamma is equal to z by OP. So cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma nothing but LMN. So now write down L is equal to x by OP and M is equal to y by OP and N is equal to Z by OP. Just squaring and adding, then what will happen? L square plus M square plus N square is equal to x square plus y square plus z square by OP square. So what about OP length? OP is nothing but distance from origin to this line. This is nothing but root of x square plus y square plus z square. OP square equal to x square plus y square plus z square. Therefore, x square plus y square plus z square is nothing but OP square. These two will get cancelled. That is equal to L. That means L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1. It is also equal to cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. Whatever it may the angles made by the ray, cos square plus cos square plus cos square. Otherwise, L square plus M square plus N square. Always 1. You remember it. Whatever it may the angles alpha, beta, gamma with x, y, x, z axis. This is square sum is should be 1. L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equal to 1 for any line. If Lm are the distances of any type of line, L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. See this problem? If the distances of a line are 1 by C, 1 by C, 1 by C, find C. Just distances of a line given with unknown C, we have to find out C. What is the relation between distances? If Lm are the distances, L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1, that's it. Here we have given that distances of the line are 1 by C, 1 by C. Let us take, let L is equal to 1 by C and M is equal to 1 by C and N is equal to 1 by C. Element of the distances. Okay, we know that, what is the condition? We know that sum of the squares of distances of any line is equal to 1. Here Lm equal to 1 by C, 1 by C, 1 by C. L square plus M square plus N square equal to 1. Just substitute Lm values. What will happen? 1 by C square plus 1 by C square plus 1 by C square is equal to 1. That means 3 by C square is equal to 1. C square is equal to 3. C is equal to plus or minus root 3. Therefore, distances of the given line C equal to plus or minus root 3. So, distances of the given line, what will happen? 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3, 1 by root 3. Otherwise, minus 1 by root 3, minus 1 by root 3, minus 1 by root 3. Understand? So, C equal to plus or, we have to find out C value, that's all. Just distances are 1 by C, 1 by C, 1 by C. We know the sum of the squares of this is equal to 1. With the help of this condition, C is equal to plus or minus root 3. That's it. Just he asked only, what is C? Suppose he may ask what are the distances of the line, like this.